Hello, Jen Rivera with abcsoulplay.com and our Activating Hope Monday Zoom series. And I post these on YouTube and Facebook and sometimes Substack. So I'll share the link. And if you need to message or email or whatever to see other videos, there are probably over 50 videos on YouTube all about the journey and healing. And so today, we are going to talk about, we've talked about releasing stories and healing through the echoes of releasing old programs and things that we act, act on and living our lives. And so I have some exciting stuff to share about the last week or so for myself personally. And I'm excited to hear about if it's something collectively happening to all of you as well. So the focus for today is celebrating the abundance that is flowing in once we have released the old stories. So anything that we were holding on to tightly that wasn't serving us and we released it. We literally let it go so that we can accept abundance and our cup being filled up energetically, spiritually, financially, everything. And so this cannot receive. Let go of the old stories. You can do meditations that are specifically like that, where it's like, I am free to receive. I am free to receive all the best, all the goodness, all the grace, all the joy, all the ease that is my birthright, that is available to everyone and everything upon the planet. There is enough to go around. We just have to find the balance of letting that come in. And this week it was very powerful. I got a message in one of my readings. It's 11 Aether, the Seamless Unspeakable. And this is from the um, Lemurian deck. Where is it? I don't know. I changed things around. Uh, this is from the Beyond Lemuria deck. And this is one of the cards that I got. It's the Seamless Unspeakable, number 11, which is our angel number. And on my reading, it was your thoughts and feelings, how you feel about how things are going. And along with other work and readings, I could just feel that I could just reach into the ether and pull to me what I needed, what I desired, what I wanted. And I've just been doing that, just like reaching and pulling to myself all the goodness, reaching and pulling to myself ease and grace, abundance, my birthright that doesn't hurt anyone else to claim. And so maybe try that in, meditation or prayer or whatever, and just see if you can feel that the liminal space between everything where the entire goodness of everything exists for us. And so it's been very powerful and visceral. I've had a lot of dreams this week that are um, very, not so much prophetic, but crystallizing in a way where I can feel what we have pulled into the physical as far as our guides, as far as the good, as far as the tangible, unconditional love. I can feel it physically settling in and coming through me. And I have received messages that we did it. Congratulations. We have reached a new level of being, which is that when you trust in the Holy Spirit, when you work with goddesses and gods and archetypes and all of the good things They are closer now and more accessible now than ever before, is what I've been getting. And so I pulled us some cards, and it's really about sharing the abundance that we are experiencing now that we have, gone through all these steps and we're finding our bodies crystallizing more and more and more, where we can amplify the good things and speed up our spiritual language, our spiritual manifestation, our calling it all in. Sorry. So it's very, very exciting, and it feels very physical. And I guess that is the actual energy of manifestation. But I can feel it at a new level now. So I'm hoping you can too. I'm going to read the cards that I pulled for us. And since it is a 4 year, and well, it's a 1 year, but four is the number for the year. It keeps coming through as the foundations of what we're creating. So the number four has been very powerful. I think I mentioned that in my last Activating Hope video. If you've seen fours a lot or that's coming up, it'd be nice for us to chat about that. But four, foundation of what we're creating. And I have a dear friend, we're going to work together on that with something like she knew this years ago. And so we're going to work together more on helping people understand that. And when that came through, I understood that's what she created and manifested and channeled years ago. And so now the world, I think, is just ready for that. Like, what structure now do we need? And that's what the Activating Hope series is for, is the structure of it. How can we create a world that's good for everybody? And so that's where we're at. So my card spread is 4 cards from the Oracle of the Phoenix. And it is Feel the Fire of Transformation. Change begins with you. And that's what we're in. So the first card is self-image and self-confidence. So our first pillar for this reading is self-image and self-confidence. Kind of see what the colors say to you. Self-image and self-confidence. Do you feel like you can be really yourself? Do you feel confident in your decision making? Have you learned the discernment tools to be able to tell if you want to say yes or no to things? Are you able to discern health needs for your body, what you need to adjust to give your body what it needs? Are you having digestive issues, things like that? So when we feel our best, we're able to be more confident. And so this foundation around self-image would be around how good do you feel in your body? How good do you feel about speaking your voice, speaking your mind, and claiming what you want? And do you have the self-confidence to do it, to take action? And which is interesting because then the next card is take the next step. So our first foundation is self-image and self-confidence. And then our next foundation, our next pillar for this reading is take the next step. And we see a portal there and we see a clock. And I know most of you have been aware of time not being the same. And I also received the messaging that I've heard um, other light workers and channelers as well say that time is different as well. You can slow it down, you can speed it up, you can make it work for you. This is a man-made construct as far as time goes. Time and space is ours to create. with. So, in your time and your space, how would you like to control that? And that's a practice indeed. That's a new practice that we're coming into. Um, but start just by noticing how slow or fast the days feel, how slow or fast the night feels. If you're late for something, can you slow time down so you're not late? I know it sounds kind of bizarre, but just try it and see if you notice a difference. It might just be that we're more aware and paying more attention, which maybe is all it takes to control it. Another thing is like one night this week, I've been waking up about 5:30, have very, very interesting dreams. Some were very strong messages, some were just like processing at a different level, I think. But at one time when I woke up, it felt like the night had been super, super long. Now, I wasn't restless. I wasn't up all night that night. I slept well, and it felt like a normal night. But when I woke, it felt like it was almost two nights. I don't know quite yet what that means. I just noticed it. It felt very relaxed. It felt very long. Like I caught up on sleep or something. Um, but it seemed extended. But the time frame on the clock was normal time. So just things like that. Take the next step, but realize that time and space um, is kind of a man-made construct, and therefore we can make it work to our advantage. So I'd be very curious to see how that works for you, what that means to you, if you've noticed things like that as well. And then the third card, the third pillar is money. See what that looks like for you, how that would feel to have abundance, right? Just to not be stressed, just to feel like everything's taken care of and you don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck or, big expenses coming down the pike. We all have all of these things, but this is more of a power card. And it's really about realizing that there is enough for all of us. Do you actually have enough and don't actually need more? And it's just that kind of security. If we have more, we would have security. And then look into that belief and is that really true? And perhaps just being content with enough, are all our needs met? And then we can just go be creative. Are we actually being more creative? I think often we're not letting ourselves be creative enough, have enough fun and joy, and so we still feel lacking. And I don't necessarily think for all of us it's a lack of money so much as a lack of creative expression. And so feel into that energy. Is it actually lack? If it is, what could we do about it? How can we maybe adjust our needs, our desires? And I'm not saying to, not live like you want to live. I'm saying let's really look at our entire lives, what we have, and do we actually have excess in areas of our life? And are we just wanting like a security blanket or, that kind of thing? I know many of us are struggling, and that isn't the case. It's just we have to be more creative about how we think about what is abundance. And in a system where money's also made up, are we giving too much energy to that energy? And how can we be more abundant without relying on money? And then also, how can we increase money in our lives? So remember, I was talking about the physically letting go of the stories, being aware of the echoes of those stories and just getting rid of those and healing those. And then I'm happy and able to receive everything the universe has for me. And on a personal note, I had a cold all this week, inconvenient to say the least, but also I gained 10 new sessions and clients for the last 5 days of this month. And they all came pouring in just on like Wednesday and Thursday for Friday through Tuesday. And I'm just going to enjoy that flood of abundance coming in and really be grateful for it and really notice it and just be so grateful and thankful for all the people coming into my life. And it's not all this work. I have other work that I do. And so um and it is the joy of my life. It really is. Working with kids and adults, building confidence and learning all the things. Um and so I mean that was quite amazing. I felt like, well, that week was kind of, not much going on. I was doing deep work the whole time and just working through this cold. And then 10 appointments in the last 5 days of this month. And I feel the snowball. I feel the wave. I feel the connections coming in, and people love me doing what I do. I'm very good at it. So we come to the self-image and self-confidence of just allowing myself to say that, be that, do that. I have created a life I truly love, doing the things I truly love, and the abundance is now flowing in. But also my idea of success and abundance and being able to enjoy enjoy the creativity of my life. And I'm reducing my consumption of everything by about half. That's my goal. Reducing my consumption by half of everything and just doing what I love to do. And it feels really nice and balanced, but also having the awareness and the appreciation and the gratitude for that flow coming in. So I wanted to share that and the journey that I've been going on and that success that flowed into me. And I'm hoping that's happening for everybody. And I'm hoping that by doing these series and everything that I can just create hope in doing some simple things every day that help improve your life and help us create a new way of being as people, really, so that everybody can be safe and happy. And our fourth card, and I don't think I've actually gotten this card before from this deck, is Overcome Weakness. Sorry about my getting stuffy in the middle of it. Oh dear. Oh well, this too shall pass. All right. Feels like the cold that will never end, but overcome weakness. And we have the white lotus and the white thing for our last pillar of today. So I'm going to do 4 card spreads for the rest of this year and call them the 4 pillars for myself, for my work. And that just feels right to me. But I was going to read a little bit from this card because I hadn't had it before. So our 4th pillar is overcome weakness. And the path to mastery begins as soon as you conquer your greatest weakness and start to heal. It is then that weakness is transformed into strength. So overcoming weakness is your strength. And I like the white colors and the white and pink lotus um, because I feel like that's kind of crown chakra energy. Your crown in glory, your success, your strength. So overcoming your weaknesses will be your biggest strength. And let's see, there was another little one in here. Let's see. You have drawn this card now because you are ready. You will accept and understand the tests and go through life with a smile. From now on, all you need to do is love everything unconditionally and continue on your way with clear intentions. 2 things are important in progressing along the path of mastery: inspiration, and hard work. Always follow your heart. It will lead you through all your challenges in triumph to trust and clarity. So, those are our 4 foundations for this week as we move forward. So, you can listen to this as many times as you need to. You can write it down. And if you think about those 4 pillars for yourself, hopefully that will help you receive that abundance that you need. So, we had self image and self confidence. We had take the next step. And then we had money and overcome weakness. Whoops. Trying to make it so you can see all of them. Yeah, very beautiful cards there. Okay, so that's what we'll work on this week. Feel free to comment or message or whatever if any of that resonates with you or helps you. That's really what I'm hoping for. So thank you for activating hope with me. Thank you for creating a better world so that everybody is safe and happy and has everything that they need. This is what we're working towards. So hugs and hope. And from one blessing to another, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you.